Do you feel sudden tightness, sharp pain in your calves or feet, sometimes so intense it wakes you up or stops you in your tracks? If you're over 60, these aren't just normal aches of aging. They may be warning signs that your body is missing key minerals and hydration balance, and it's time to do something about it. According to the National Institute on Aging, over half of older adults experience leg cramps, especially at night. These painful spasms can stem from low magnesium, electrolyte imbalances, poor blood flow, or even certain medications like diuretics and statins. But here's the good news. Relief could be as close as your next meal. Certain natural, everyday foods can restore the mineral balance, improve circulation, and stop those leg cramps from returning without relying on pills. In today's video from Golden Aging Health, we're revealing 3 doctor-recommended foods that are not only safe for seniors, but specifically effective in reducing and preventing leg cramps. They're affordable, easy to prepare, and backed by science from trusted names like Harvard Health, the Mayo Clinic, and the American Geriatric Society. Before we reveal the first leg cramp-fighting food, don't forget to tap like and subscribe to Golden Aging Health for more science-backed health tips designed especially for seniors who want to stay strong, mobile, and independent after 60. Now let's get started with food number 1. A creamy, natural favorite that many seniors overlook, even though it's one of the best ways to relax your muscles and stop cramping fast.
Food number 1. Bananas. They may look like a simple yellow snack, but bananas are actually a muscle-saving miracle, especially for seniors dealing with painful leg cramps. So why are bananas so effective? It all comes down to potassium, a critical mineral that helps regulate nerve function, muscle contractions, and fluid balance throughout the body. When your potassium levels drop, something that naturally happens with age, your muscles can spasm without warning. According to Harvard Health Publishing, low potassium levels, a condition called hypokalemia, are one of the most common but under-recognized causes of leg cramps in people over 60. Seniors taking diuretics for high blood pressure or medications for diabetes are particularly at risk. Just one medium banana delivers around 420 milligrams of potassium, roughly 12% of your recommended daily intake. And unlike supplements, the potassium in whole fruits is absorbed gently and more effectively. Meet George, a 72-year-old retired construction worker from Arizona. George had spent most of his life on his feet, carrying heavy beams, laying concrete, and climbing scaffolding under the hot desert sun. Even after retirement, he liked staying active, walking around his neighborhood, doing small repairs in his garage, and helping neighbors with their gardens. But something started happening that he hadn't expected. Almost every night, just as he drifted off to sleep, George would be jolted awake by a sharp, stabbing pain in his legs, usually in his calves, sometimes in his feet. The cramps were so intense that he'd have to sit up in bed, press his foot flat against the floor, and wait for the pain to pass. Sometimes it took minutes. Other times, it would come back again just hours later. At first, George brushed it off. "I'm just getting old," he thought. "This must be part of it." But when the cramps began interfering with his sleep and his mood, he knew something had to change. His doctor ran some tests. Circulation was okay, nerve function looked normal. So what was causing the problem? That's when his doctor asked a simple question. "George, are you still taking that blood pressure medication?" George nodded. "Every day, just like I should." Turns out, George's diuretic medication was doing more than lowering his blood pressure. It was also flushing potassium out of his system. And low potassium is one of the biggest hidden causes of leg cramps in older adults. His doctor recommended something simple. Eat 1 banana every morning, preferably with breakfast, and drink more water. especially after walking or being outside in the heat. George didn't think it would make much of a difference, but he gave it a try. He started slicing a banana into his oatmeal. Some days he'd eat it on his own. Other times he'd blend it into a smoothie with almond milk and cinnamon. And slowly the results began to show. By the end of the second week, George noticed something. The cramps weren't waking him up anymore. A month later, it was completely gone. Now George swears by his morning banana and his daily walk, with a bottle of water in hand. He didn't need a new medication. He just needed the right food and a little awareness of how his body was changing. So how can you make bananas work best for your body? Here are a few simple tips. Eat a potassium-rich food within 60 minutes after walking or exercising. Pair it with water for optimal absorption. Stick with whole foods over supplements for lasting relief. Do you eat bananas or other potassium-rich foods regularly? Drop your go-to snack or tip in the comments. We'd love to hear what works for you. Coming up next, we'll explore a surprising green vegetable that not only relieves muscle tension, but may also reduce your risk of stroke.
Food number 2, spinach. It might just be the most underrated vegetable on your plate. Spinach. This leafy green isn't just good for your heart and bones. It's also one of the best foods to stop leg cramps, thanks to one crucial mineral, magnesium. So why is magnesium important for seniors? According to the Mayo Clinic, magnesium plays a central role in how your body moves and relaxes. Think of it as the peacekeeper of your muscles. It helps them contract when they're supposed to, and just as importantly, relax when they're done. Without enough magnesium, your muscles can start to act on their own, firing off little spasms or full-on cramps that catch you off guard. It's not just about movement either. Magnesium also helps regulate nerve impulses, supports steady heart rhythms, and even assists in the body's ability to use calcium and potassium effectively. That's why when you're low in magnesium, other nutrients can't do their jobs properly, especially those responsible for muscle recovery and function. Now, here's where things get tricky for older adults. As we age, our digestive efficiency naturally slows down, meaning we may not absorb magnesium from food as easily as we once did, even if we're eating enough of it. And it gets even more complicated if you're on certain medications. A major review published in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that up to 70% of adults over age 60 fall short on magnesium through their daily diet alone. That means most older adults are walking around with mild deficiencies they may not even know about, until symptoms like restless legs, twitching, or nighttime cramps begin to show up. In other words, these leg cramps might not just be aging. They might be your body saying, "Hey, I need more magnesium." You can take small, enjoyable steps, beginning with something as simple as adding a little more spinach to your plate. Here's how you can try it too. Add a cup of spinach to your morning eggs or scrambled tofu. Toss it into soups, pastas, or even a sandwich. For something easy, try pre-washed baby spinach. No cooking needed. Pair it with a bit of healthy fat, like olive oil, to boost absorption. Finally, I'll reveal a food that's not only delicious, but also repairs muscle tissue and strengthens your bones, especially important if you've had repeated cramps or weakness in your legs.
Food number 3, Greek yogurt. I'll never forget Thomas, a 67-year-old jazz pianist from Louisiana, with a warm smile and a deep love for music. For decades, he played piano at local clubs, always moving his fingers with precision and his foot gently on the pedal. But one evening, just before a show, something changed. As Thomas sat down at his piano, a sharp pain shot through his right calf. It felt like his muscle had twisted into a knot, tight, painful, and completely out of his control. He tried to stretch it out, drink water, even massage the muscle, but the cramps kept coming back, not just during performances, but at night, while resting, or even when driving long distances. He thought it was dehydration or just getting older, like so many of us do. But after a visit to his doctor and some blood work, the issue became clear. Thomas had low calcium levels, and it was interfering with his muscle and nerve function. His doctor explained that calcium isn't just about bones. It's also what helps muscles contract and relax smoothly. Without enough of it, the signals between nerves and muscles become scrambled, causing spasms, cramps, or that tight, aching feeling in the legs. According to the National Institute on Aging, calcium becomes harder to absorb after 60, and many older adults, especially those avoiding dairy, aren't getting enough of it. That was exactly Thomas's case. He'd been avoiding dairy for years due to mild lactose issues. But instead of turning to pills, his doctor recommended trying plain Greek yogurt, a food that's not only high in absorbable calcium, but also rich in muscle-repairing protein. Thomas started simple. Half a cup in the morning with some berries, a few spoonfuls before bed, sometimes topped with cinnamon, and within just a couple of weeks, the cramps faded. He wasn't waking up in pain anymore. His legs didn't seize up during performances. His focus returned to where it belonged, on the music, not the muscle pain. Want to give it a try at home? Here are a few easy ways to start. Start with 1/2 to 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt a day. Enjoy it as a breakfast, dessert, or bedtime snack. Use unsweetened or low-sugar versions. If you're sensitive to lactose, opt for lactose-free Greek yogurt or kefir. They still give you the benefits without the discomfort. Add some chia seeds or blueberries on top, and you'll also be getting magnesium and antioxidants, a combo that helps reduce inflammation and protect nerves. Already enjoy Greek yogurt? Or have you found a dairy-free alternative that works just as well? Type yogurt in the comments and share your favorite way to enjoy it. You might help someone else on the same journey.
Let's take a moment to recap the 3 powerful foods we explored today, each one carefully chosen to help seniors stop leg cramps naturally and support stronger, more flexible muscles: bananas, spinach, and Greek yogurt. These aren't exotic or hard to find. They're everyday foods that, when eaten consistently, can have a lasting impact on your muscle comfort, mobility, and quality of life after 60. Small, smart changes really do add up. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Golden Aging Health for more practical, science-backed tips to help you age with strength, confidence, and peace of mind. And don't forget to check the description below. We've linked our full Strong Bones and Joints playlist for more helpful videos on mobility, nutrition, and staying independent as you age. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, your best days can still feel strong, active, and pain-free. We'll see you in the next video.